ba 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 ba. Hit all the buttons. Maybe in a perfect world, this will work just fine. So that's working. Good. We'll do this for now. This for now. There we go. So, that is all to say. Hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour. And today we're going to be starting a new game, new TTRPG of Triangle Agency. A game of stabilizing reality, controlling anomalies, and generally being the good guys and nothing else. And there's no other thing to worry about. Now, one thing I'm saying at this point, before we click over, is that Triangle Agency is a game that tends as a bit of a meta-narrative. So once I get going, I'm going to try to stay in character as much as possible. But of course, there will be methods for the players to ask me questions out of character. But the game is all about, well, I can't say what it's entirely about, but information is something that doesn't come easily. So we will see how insane this gets. And don't worry, for those of you who don't know about Triangle Agency, this will be, we're just as new to this as anyone else. So we're learning this along with you. Without much further ado. Hello, and welcome to the Triangle Agency St. Anne branch. Today, we will be performing a live auditing system and recording system so we can evaluate the effectiveness and growth of our general managers and field agents in our new location. So any feedback or observations you may have, you may share in the Agency OS system at your leisure. And there is... Oh, and of course, if you wish to learn more about what it's like to play or work at the Triangle Agency, we are utilizing the new and exciting TTRPG interface, and you can watch and observe the current auditing system as you're currently doing, but also you can seek out a Triangle Agency TTRPG field manual for yourself. Now, you may be wondering, what is the St. Anne branch? Well, every branch in the Triangle Agency is usually based out of a metropolitan area or in a large rural area. However, St. Anne branch is just a little bit different. St. Anne branch is a metroplex of 3 major cities in the province of New Brunswick in the country of Canada. And they have been united and tied through a high-speed rail network that connects the 3 cities that have been now reconfigured to be boroughs of the St. Anne Metroplex. That is the Beauty Borough, the Port Bureau, and the International Bureau. But of course, New Brunswick would not be New Brunswick if not for its great greenery and verdant countryside. So that has been left largely untouched and preserved for cultural relevancy and for the enjoyment of citizenry and employees alike. We invite any of you who come to St. Anne branch, to the St. Anne Metroplex, to enjoy any of its services as provided by the St. Anne Municipal Subsidiary Group, as well as the Triangle Agency, which is our parent group of the St. Anne branch. Oops, I must bring you with me. Someone's going to be seeing things very shortly. As is likely apparent, this is, of course, a Triangle Agency subsidiary, so all of our Field manuals, as well as the general manager manual, has been is compliant and compatible with the Triangle Agency field manuals and strictures. So, if you see anything that's slightly different, that's because it is, but it is fully approved and is up to the highest standards of quality assurance. Boop. So, the St. Anne branch headquarters is based out of the Beauty Bureau in the neighborhood of C3, or Charlie 3, if you will. This is based out of the high-speed rail network that, or the major station that is within the borough itself. Now, as a general manager and assistant director of the St. Anne branch, I have allowance for various field agents to act on behalf of the Triangle Agency as well as the St. Anne Municipal subsidiary. But I have handpicked a few field agents just for matters that require a more personal touch, as some of the other field agents are a little more experienced, more competent, more in touch with the realities, and more experienced with their anomalies. But I believe it is the hallmark of a great employee and a great employer to ensure that even the newest people have the greatest chance to thrive. So the first thing that happens in any given work day, that is session, of a here at the Triangle Agency is, well, the morning meeting. Now, every business, every subsidiary, every branch therein of the Triangle Agency is full of various people who work in various fields. Not everyone's a field agent. Not everyone's lucky to do that. I myself am not. I am a general manager, but I direct the field agents to aid in stabilizing reality. But that said, there are certain things that happen before the big meeting, and one of the most important meetings that makes the field agent's day that much more important. So, the first agent we're going to focus on today, walking into the office, or perhaps is already here, is one Robin Clark.
Yeah, I'm likely already there. Have been for a few hours.
What have you been doing with your morning, Miss Clark?
Prepared. Prepared the meeting. Prepared
So
that everyone can arrive and work well,
I see. And your competency within the Triangle Agency is as a barista, is that correct?
Yes, I'm making coffee.
You're making coffee. That is so good. I imagine you have like a little coffee tray that is provided to you by the agency, so you may wheel it around and ensure that everyone gets the approved brands and subsidiaries, as well as your own personal touch, since we do allow for a bit of individuality here in our company. Say, what sort of special drink do you happen to have? Because every barista has their own little flair that just makes life that much more interesting.
Generally, I think the coffee is solid and all that, so I'm not bothering with tea or stuff like that. If someone really wants that, okay, we can talk about it. But the really fun part comes when you can go for the latte art.
All latte.
And that's only like it's only possible if you do it like in office and not to go, but it's like nothing better to put a smile on someone's face than a good latte art in the morning on their coffee.
Certainly, and that means they don't have to leave the office that often to go on coffee breaks. They can get their coffee right here at the branch. How terribly efficient of you.
Otherwise, the coffee wouldn't be really helping, right? They have to walk. to get it.
That's true. And in the main work area you normally would be operating at, there's of course various desks that are rotated in assignment as is required, except for senior positions. There are of course your fellow, I would say field agents, but agents and fellow coworkers who are at their desks doing the normal day-to-day operations to facilitate the economic growth and professional development of all the employees here, as well as more supervisorial posts and an overseer management that is not general management, but they're more for floor management and ensuring that everything runs smoothly in the wider scope of the company. There are, of course, executives with their own private offices. Would you be the sort to wheel any of the coffee to... Is there any focus on where your coffee is doled out, as it were? Or do people tend to come to you?
I mean, it's kind of this thing where people can call in. Sometimes it's good to take a little stroll through the area so they can come to me, or you can just call if they're not able to go anywhere right now. So I'll go there then.
Ah, I see.
It's supposed to be convenient, so we just do it in what fits best for whoever needs it.
Now, at present, Ms. Clark, I believe you do not have a photo on file, but don't worry. I am certain that with the aid of human resources, as well as various other branches of the company, as well as your recruiting your recruiting officer, you will be assigned an appropriate name badge. For now, make sure to have your name badge with you at all times and present it as is demanded. But don't worry, we know who you are. Now, I believe I'm curious about one Miss Johnson. Is Miss Johnson in today?
Yes.
Miss Johnson, what are you doing in the morning before meeting with me? I'm to understand that you are in research and development here at the agency.
Correct. I would be probably just reviewing notes and drinking coffee.
Already your first customer, Miss Clark. Unless you brought in coffee from outside of the office. Which is permitted, but you know. For now.
Yeah, well, Miss Johnson, how do you like your coffee?
Thank you.
No, how do you like it? Need to know what I should
Oh,
do.
with milk.
Okay.
Now, is that like dairy milk, almond milks, anomalous milk?
Dairy, but the others are fine too, if dairy is unavailable.
I mean, is dairy ever entirely unavailable?
No, thanks to the great workers at the Sussex Milk Plant, as owned by Triangle Agency. Remember, milk controls are in your favor, especially when capitalist concerns are involved. And don't worry, Triangle Agency members get a discount on all milk products. Once they leave the trainee stage, of course. Don't worry, I'm sure the two of you will make it out of the trainee stage and become associates in all due time. Speaking of which, you probably want to get to work. I believe you'll want to recall that you do have an appointment with me in the upper floor. So, and you are aware that there are supposed to be 3 members of your field agency team. You know of each other, one Sadie Johnson in research and development, and one Robin Clark of the barista competency. There is a third, one Mr. Pickles, who is a chief executive officer in training. However, he is on a solo assignment at this time for personal health and development, so he'll be still working, but in spirit. Or he's hiding around my table somewhere, and I'm going to be somewhat cross with him. But that is my problem, not yours. So, Miss Clark, Miss Johnson, whatever do you do?
I mean, if there's a meeting, I gotta prepare for that. Gotta make sure everyone gets their drinks, and apart from that, just being on time.
And what sort of thing do you prepare? What sort of preparations are you doing before you head upstairs to the upper floors?
Well, the big question is there someone around the office that knows the general manager's coffee order?
Well, you certainly could be made aware of that, and you can find success through the Success, Chaos, and Transcendence interface, which will allow the hiring agent player to roll a set of D4s. Miss Clark and Miss Johnson don't need to worry about what D4s are in particular, but you do as a player. Do you see the interface button in the lower left corner of your interface screen?
Yes.
Very good. So you would click that, and for example, a certain other person made a roll that shows the number of success and how much chaos is generated by their success. There's also some additional rules as to precisely how a roll is determined. For it is always assumed that everything you do, almost everything you do, is failure. And if you wish to succeed at anything, you must perchance, a bit of chaos. Or else accept failure. Which, sometimes we are not perfect, though we all strive to be as much as possible. At least if we want a promotion.
Yeah, I think there's an error with my interface. Where do I find that again?
It should be in the lower left. It should say Success, Chaos, Transcendence.
Okay. I don't think so.
You'll want to go to in the upper right bar, you'll see there's various tabs in your interface. One of them is macros. You'll want to show your macro quick bar. I made the mistake that the HCOS automatically made sure you could see that. I apparently am mistaken.
There we go. There is something. Let me restart the interface. That's why I usually only use a coffee machine.
I'm sure making coffees is a very difficult and time-consuming effort, and in no way should be paid minimum wage as much as possible. Especially here at the Triangle Agency. We have competitive rates, after all.
I don't think the display is quite correct. Like with the macro quick bar, there's a bar, but it's empty.
It's empty.
And not clickable.
Oh, haha. There you go. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah, no, I do.
I apologize. I, as a general manager, as part of the recent acquisition of my of the original company that was here, there are certain things about the new interface that can sometimes catch me off guard.
Yeah, but I'm still going to try and find out the general manager's coffee order before I go there.
That's very nice of you to do. I hope you succeed.
I hope so too.
Hooray! You rolled at least one success, which means you succeeded. Congratulations.
Oh.
Now, this does, you have made an effect upon the reality that you persist in, and as a resident, that is to say, a employee and field agent that has anomalies at your command, as well as the various resources and material of the Triangle Agency, this does mean that a certain level of chaos can be introduced into the world. But don't worry, I'm sure with my assistance and your creativity, you will be able to find your way forward. So for now, you are successful in establishing exactly what my drink order is. Now, I actually happen to like coffee in a variety of ways. I actually happen to be a bit more of a French vanilla type lady. However, if I were to have coffee, I would have milk with about 3 sugar. So about, I would say 2 milk, 3 sugar. One might say a white coffee, rather sweet tooth, I imagine. And if you can grab me a donut, that'd be amazing.
We'll do that.
Well, if you wish to do that, you'll probably want to do it from somewhere other than your desk.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. My interface is a little blocked. So, where do I gotta go?
East. What is it you believe you see around you, Miss Clark?
Oh, still an office.
Oh, that's very good.
But there's a bunch of letters kind of all over me.
They should be rather faded at the moment, yes? In the floor tile?
I mean, I would like that.
Oh, are you actually unable to see past the lettering?
I mean, it's like very much now I'm unable to see.
That.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I can
Here we go.
manage to go somewhere. Oh. Oh.
It seems that the general manager interface is a little more complex than trainee interfaces.
Yeah,
This has been
I think
rectified.
so. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, I will go to the area where the kitchen is, basically. Find that on our office map. Not working here for long, so still get lost.
Well, I can tell you, as a barista, that the various food preparation areas are on the second floor above you.
Yeah. I was about to find out that, so...
You've approached an elevator door.
basically-
You
yeah.
walked away from an elevator door.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a rough time today.
It's okay. It's just
So-
your first day. You're not being judged
will
in any
go-
way.
We will go upstairs to the second floor.
You ride up in the elevator. What about Miss Johnson? What are you doing?
I think I shall also head up toward the meeting. But I don't know where my token is. There it is. Sorry, 1 second. I need to adjust some settings on. Okay. So there we go. Now I can see things without having people's avatars block them. Okay. That's the elevator, right?
What is?
The item I am pinging.
Ah, that area that says "Do not enter unless management."
Oh, never mind.
Ah, you're referring to the door with the welcome mat. That is indeed an elevator.
Okay. All right, go there and take the elevator up.
Joy of Joys. Get over there. Joy of Joys. As you take different elevators, you exit across different welcome mats, which feel plush under your feet and are slightly warm to your tootsies. You notice that there are various persons here who are observing your every move for your safety and for your convenience. There's also a set of lockers to store away or retrieve any notable materials, as well as blackboards for various planning and nice, comfortable Triangle Agency approved couches, and of course, kitchenette areas for relevant staff. And don't worry about the cameras, they're there to help you. What do the two of you do now? Other than enjoy the award-winning welcome mats.
Not sure.
I suppose we should look for where our meeting is.
Yeah, I'll just fetch the coffee for our general manager.
That is awfully considerate of you. Miss Clark, have a commendation. And you have been able to retrieve the appropriate coffee that you sought out.
Amazing. Do we still have donuts in store, or didn't they get restocked yet for the day?
They have been restocked. I tend to insist upon such things for general well-being and my own sanity.
Amazing. Well, then I will also bring a donut, as requested.
Oh, I didn't request anything. You discerned in my heart of hearts what I truly desired, as a barista should. This is why we pay you a reasonable wage. Well, part of the reason, anyway.
Especially since she doesn't like to get paid in exposure.
Stare.
Jokes on you. Jokes on you. The company sometimes pays me in the way that I can sleep here.
Equal opportunity for equal measure. Before you see a trio of doors as well as windows that peer into what appear to be things that are way too easy to move. That should be changed. There we go. That should be easy to move as well. You see what appear to be copier fax machines, as well as another set of doors.
Do we have normal access here, or do we have to kind of get someone to open for us with like our clearance?
If your key card does not function in the way that it should, you would consult with security at the other end of the hall. And they could manually set the doors to your key cards. I do not advise you to break through the windows. Impatient
Yeah.
employees and agents have made that attempt and no longer work at the company.
Well, let's try the key cards if we can go through the fax machine labyrinth or whatever that is.
Let's see how successful you are. Perhaps reality is convenient like that. Congratulations, you've made a stable success, which means 0 chaos was generated from this. I know it says potential chaos 4, but don't worry, that's only the potential if you roll something other than 3. And in fact, I correct myself, you rolled exactly 3, which means you achieved Transcendence. What this means is that you may choose to count any number of the d4s you rolled as a 3, which is more relevant for your anomalies than your general reality manipulation. You could circle back and recharge any 3 of your quality assurances, which I don't think you've spent any. So I imagine, and you can choose this or not, you could, for the moment, be employee of the moment and receive 3 commendations.
Yeah, I'll take that. I opened the door. I deserve it.
The door, in fact, does unlock for your pass cards. Huh. How convenient for you, as trainees who only started on your first day here.
So, that here's the door, right?
Correct.
Good. Let's go through that, Sadie. Come with me. We can do it.
Yes. Very well. I shall come along.
Now that you've passed through the area, you start hearing the loud and incessant whirring of the fax machines and copy machines that seem to be printing out various pages and paper. And making various beeping noises and whirring noises, as makes sense given what their purpose is. I will note, no one seems to be coming to fetch any of the paper at the moment. It just seems to be going on continuously. Yet not overflowing.
Interesting.
You will also spot with
Very
your eyes
efficient drinking
windows
zone.
that look out into the Great Beauty Bureau, which also reveals the wide open train station that lies below.
I shall try my key card at this door.
The door, in fact, opens for you.
I will move through.
You see a set of vending machines with a variety of goods, which seem to require a payment in the most trusted of currencies here in the Triangle Agency, accommodations. You see a variety of things that can be used and purchased for your personal use and betterment. You're not required to use any of these things, but there are things like the official Triangle Agency mug, 12 ounce for 3 accommodation, a convenient paper clip rental, for 1 accommodation or a purchase for 15. There's also little keys for small locker rentals for a single accommodation. There are meal plans, donation cards, car service guest passes, disclosure agreements, the official Triangle Agency track jacket, and various other matters. But at this moment, I don't know if any of you would be able to afford anything beyond the most basic of things. I would not worry too much about those at this time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Miss Clark.
We're also here for other stuff. We have stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, next door.
The next door is, in fact, there.
Does the key card still work?
It does.
Amazing.
I follow.
What that's for. It'll be relevant later. You see before you something that should not be easily moved. I really should fix that. Let's fix that now. There we go. Oh, these two. Gosh darn it. The interface can be finicky sometimes. You see a bank of servers that are beeping and whirring that may or may not be dedicated purely for this floor. I do not advise you to touch them.
I also don't want to touch them.
You will notice that there are small triangular lights flickering from each side, as various beads of light zip between diodes and wires in the clear-sided interfaces. Perhaps the entire future of the entirety of St. Anne is being decided here. Probably not.
Well, to the next door.
The door is in fact there.
Key card and it opens, go through.
Correct. You're learning. Hooray.
Yeah.
I guess I will follow and try my key card at this door.
That door does in fact open.
All right.
This door you see before you seems to be of a different make entirely. It seems to be a solid metal door with a big red triangle on it, saying Assistant Director and General Manager Annette Springer. you notice that there are two televisions that are with small magazines and pamphlets that are detailing the various goods and services that the Triangle Agency, as well as the CNN Municipal Subsidiary, is providing to the good people of St. Anne Metroplex, as well as its various employees and agents. And don't worry, we even put in some plants to liven up the place a little. There's also a intercom system next to the door.
Well, guess there would be a button to basically notify that we're here. Or ring.
That is likely what that is for.
Yeah, so let's ring in that we're here.
And that is when you get to hear my voice for the very first time. It's nice that you're able to find this far, and thankfully your hiring agents were able to assure me that you will be able to find my door. That is actually more challenging than you think would be. It seems that many field agents, when they first go through a set of doors, have a difficult time figuring out what to do with the door. Some will investigate the door, some will search them for traps, others will tap them with 10-foot poles. Why they do this is beyond me, although I do have some guesses. So congratulations on being able to pass through a set of doors without hurting yourselves. Oh, and I will open the doors for you. You can pass into my office at your leisure.
After you, Miss Johnson.
Very well. I enter and pass through to the office. Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Hello.
And there, the two of you see me. I have, as you can see in my official photograph, but for the auditing agents, there is this. And actually, for your benefit, I can do this as well.
Yeah.
Of silver hair, wearing round sunglasses, as well as some agency-approved armor that I tend to wear at the office because of various reasons that have nothing to do with the Triangle Agency in particular. But I think it adds a bit of flair. But don't worry, you will see that there's my name tag along with the initializations of AD and GM, as well as A. Springer, ensuring that yes, I am in fact who I say I am. The only difference being I don't have my key card attached to my belt or in my pockets. I tend to wear it directly on my jacket, for it is rather relevant to have that at hand, and I found that these doors require immediate assistance as much as possible. In front of me, of course, is my desk with various screens, watching various things that you don't need to worry about too much, and behind me is a door to the vault, one of the most important facilities and assets of the Triangle Agency, and indeed any branch. For every vault is linked to every other vault, and is how we contain the various anomalies that we encounter. And now that you're here, I formally welcome you, Robin Clark, and you, Sadie Johnson, and I thank you both for being timely in your arrival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Would you like a cup of coffee and a donut?
Oh, very much. That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, put it here on the free spot on the table. Careful that it doesn't spill or anything.
I take a sip and a bite of the donut and kind of enjoy this little bit of heaven for a while. With my other hand, I array some paperwork that the two of you are quite familiar with. So, I see that in your team we have research development, a person with the anomaly of catalog. Could that be you, Miss Sadie Johnson?
Yes,
Good, good. And you've been instructed on how to control them to some degree, yes?
to a degree, yes.
Good, good. What, in short, do you believe you're able to do at this time?
Uh, Change things from one item to another. Produce duplicates of myself and produce small items.
And I see you have a dependent. Oh, a German pointer. Oh, those are so energetic. It must take so much time of your day to take care of them.
He's a cutie.
No. I do look forward to seeing that Human Resources is able to secure a picture of him, so we'll be able to. Well, we probably won't. You probably won't get to see him in your normal day-to-day life, but I look forward to seeing one anyway. Um, let's see. In your work-life balance profile, you don't have your. Oh, these aren't terribly important right now. You know what? The work-life balance, I see both of you didn't have this filled out too much. We'll worry about this after you finish your first assignment. There's a lot to go into here, and really, you'd rather just get to work than have to finagle with the various paperwork. I'm sure the two of you have done more than enough paperwork for one day, although you'll probably do some later. I notice you have your relationships listed. Very good. Marketing data is appreciated. Um, and Miss Johnson, do you have any special notation below your quality assurance?
What kind of notation?
Some sort of graphical representation that signifies that your paperwork, that your copy of the paperwork is also sanctioned.
Um, there's a mark on it that looks like a star badge.
You know what that is? Actually, before I ask, what color is it?
Red.
Ah, very good. Have a commendation. See, we here at Triangle Agency, as well as within this particular subsidiary, do like to encourage people to feel good about their job, even in the more mundane parts of it, because the many mundane things we accomplish add up to the extraordinary. Congratulations. Now, I must ask you, do you believe that you have done anything that requires demerits? Be honest.
I mean, I've opened doors twice.
Would you consider that a violation of your prime directive as research development competency?
I mean, I didn't do it twice in a row, so I don't know how that is defined.
Hmm. I did observe your movements via the cameras and observation systems. I do believe that you did not repeat yourself yet, but it is good of you to note this and to ask. For honesty is, of course, always, in every situation, the best policy, except when it comes to revealing the state of reality to those who don't know it. So, that leaves me with you, Miss Robin Clark. You are obviously a barista here for the agency, and you have the anomaly of drain, correct?
Yes.
And what exactly do you believe you can do with your anomaly that you have control over?
Well, I mean, I should be able to, with relative safety, get, make people enjoy things a little bit more.
Oh,
Um, Borrow certain features and traits, and I guess with a little bit of effort, I am technically able to redirect harm from myself.
well, that is quite interesting that you're able to do that. It sounds like you will be the aegis of your field agent team.
Well, I'll try to fit wherever I'm needed.
So, I do wonder if you feel that the current payment structure is sufficient in your current role. I know you're a trainee, but I noticed from your financial report that there may be some difficulties financially. And I realize I am saying this aloud to your fellow field agent, but I believe that you work together as a team and need to look out for each other and observe each other as much as possible to ensure productivity and growth.
Well, the current payment situation is well enough to help me settle some debts and at least contribute to the financial life of the people that I'm living with, so
Well, I hope, for both our sakes, that you're able to find yourself liberated of your debts.
well, everything in due time.
Oh, and on your paperwork, do you have any special mark on your paperwork, on your copy of your employment?
I don't
You don't?
yet.
Are you sure? It should be right below your quality assurance.
My quality assurance.
Yes. Things like attentiveness, duplicity, empathy, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. It's a blue eye.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's an eye. It's like,
An I? Like the letter I?
yes,
I see. May I see your copy, please?
sure.
Oh, that is most unfortunate. It seems that the appropriate paperwork was not filled out in the safest manner possible. Until I get to the bottom of this through an internal review, I'm unfortunately going to have to mark you with a demerit for exposure to unlicensed anomalies. I'm quite sorry about this, but I'm sure that as a person who holds debts in a common manner, you will adapt.
It's quite alright.
Here you go. You can have this back. All right. Well, With that bit of unpleasantness out of the way, are there any questions about your paperwork, questionnaire, or what you are going to be doing here for the Triangle Agency?
So can you repeat that?
Oh, do you have any questions about your paperwork or your employment here?
Not that far.
Not so far, no.
Good. Let's get you straight to work then. So, your first assignment to help stabilize reality is to seek out a rather strange anomaly that we have encountered. See, as you well know, we here at the Triangle Agency work to preserve reality for mundane beings, which means we must first and foremost keep knowledge of anomalies to a minimum in the wider world. So the less people that know about such things, the better. Now, this will necessitate you apprehending anomalies that we are alerted to, and of course to control yourself, because although you are permitted to use our anomalies as residents who work for us, it is always best to maintain control and restraint in all things. You'll be assigned a normal briefcase as well as a ripple gun each, which will allow for you to not only capture an anomaly of any particular size, but also, if needed, neutralize a anomaly should you fail to find a way to capture it safely. And those will be in the lockers outside. Your key cards should be able to open those. So what has happened here is that we have been made aware of a problem that is occurring in the Port Bureau. There are a variety of people who, as you probably are aware, here in the province of New Brunswick, there has been the current spring we're having has been a sort of late winter. We've had a bit more winter, a bit more snow, and a bit of inclement weather that has caused people to stay at home for work from time to time, and that includes persons here at the Triangle Agency. However, it has been some time, and the various plow services and some anomalies we even use to make sure people can get back to work, as well as our award-winning high-speed rail system. Some people, a significant amount, are staying home and working from home. Now, in some jobs, this makes perfect sense. If you have to do accounting or research or write a paper, those are things you can do from your home computer. However, certain people, like baristas, doctors, lawyers, are trying to work from home, which doesn't make sense. And they don't seem to know, according to my knowledge, they do not suggest anything in particular other than to say that they need to. So, you will be charged with going to the Port Bureau and investigating the anomaly and containing it. For this, clearly, must be some sort of anomaly, whether minor or major. Now, do you two know how to capture anomalies?
Satisfy it and store it in the briefcase, if memory serves, from the training material I read.
That is one way to do it. Do you know the other two ways? Well, three, technically.
Exhaust it with physical force.
That's another way to do it. I think you both get the idea. So, I will point out to you that it is imperative that you try to you do not allow it to escape. That is something we here at the Triangle Agency greatly discourage. That will earn you demerits. And you will be required to fill out a report on the anomaly in question. And of course, I have some optional objectives that, should you do them, will gain you commendations or a. Pardon me, 1 second. Had to sneeze for a second. There are certain optional objectives that you are either prescribed to do if you can for accommodations or prescribed to do as demerits. So, in this case, I want, for accommodation, I want each of you to go to one of our fine triangle quick stops and enjoy the newest edition of the hazelnut latte on offer for the season. This is to encourage you to have a bit of a work-life balance and remember to take your breaks. Although unionized activity is not encouraged here, I do wish to encourage you to benefit from the wide range of products that are offered by Triangle Agency as well as the subsidiaries. The second objective is to not enter with your personage anywhere within the beautiful river that goes through the region of the St. Anne Metroplex. Being in a boat or otherwise crossing by bridge or rail is fine, just not put your body within the river. Frankly, because it is hard to find respect of the general public when you look like a wet dog. And prestige is considered very important by the Triangle Agency as well as myself. Those are the only two optional objectives. There may be times where you have none. There may be times where you have many more. But I figure that you two should get acquainted with these now into your trainee phase, rather than having to find out that there are some special requirements or special challenges. But I think this is something that is well within your capacity and capability.
All right.
Very good. You two, if you have no other questions for this morning meeting, you may carry on, retrieve your requisitions, and begin your investigation.
All right.
Very well.
Good day and good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So can't see what that icon is.
I don't know, I think the lockers might be that here. I don't know.
What's this icon?
That would be a television that is advertising the various coffee flavors that are offered by the Triangle Agency and its subsidiaries.
I see. Yes. Let us examine the lockers.
You wish to examine the lockers?
I just want to open mine and get the stuff.
Or are you trying to look through the file cabinets in front of you?
I'm not sure what the lockers are, that's the problem.
The big green lockers in the main hall, next to the benches?
Ah, what's right there? Okay.
You are both able to retrieve your own, the normal briefcase, and the ripple gun.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Various security officers, secretaries within the floor, watch what you're doing with great care and attention.
Oh, where do you want to start?
I mean, maybe the coffee whilst we work out a plan? Like the coffee flavor that was part of our optional objective?
Sounds great.
Or not, I believe it was.
Sounds great. So, we want to do that here or at one of our desks?
Pardon, what was that?
Do you want to do that here or at one of our desks?
The latter, might as well.
Well, then you wait up. I get the coffee.
Okay.
So you go to get some coffee from one of the kitchenettes?
Yeah, just normal ass coffee.
Ass
And
coffee.
basically
Okay.
go to go to one of our desks, I suppose. Just talk about that.
Go ahead. Don't worry, the coffee is indeed warm.
Desk.
All right. I will sip on the hazelnut flavor.
It tastes like the normal hazelnut flavor that you're used to here at the office. You're pretty sure this has nothing to do with what I asked you for. Though it is coffee related.
It's not gonna be the last coffee we will drink.
Yes.
All right. Well, how do we...
I guess where do we want to start?
Yeah. Uh, should we go investigate the location of the anomaly, I suppose?
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
All right.
Let's do this then. So remind me again, where was the location?
Whom are you asking?
My fellow investigator.
Ah, my apologies.
I unfortunately forget where it was that the director told us to go.
Me too.
Oh, the Port Borough, right.
Okay.
Let's go then. Here's
Let's
the
go
exit.
to the port borough.
You would be able to use the elevators to go down into the normal level outside of the main office because the branch offices are situated above the actual train stations themselves.
Ah, okay. So we should go down to the train station, I suppose.
From the auditors is asked of me, are the anomalies tax deductible? It depends on the anomaly. I've been told, but it is left to the general manager to discern that with the assistance of accounting. Thankfully, it's not something the field agents have to worry about. That's a back office thing. Well, I don't do it, but I have people that do it for me. So, you know. So, the two of you have descended to the Beauty Borough in its mundanity, and listed is the various addresses of the most relevant sections of each part of the city. For example, where you are, of course, is the St. Anne High Speed Train Park. So here there is the high speed rail station that goes various directions that lead to the International Borough and the Port Borough, as well as with stops that go in between in the middle of the Golden Triangle. Of course, in the park, there are various trees and benches. There are people playing with their dogs, people who are playing with their cats, cats playing with rats, you know, that sort of thing. And lots of people drinking coffee.
All right then.
All around you can see various other parts of the Beauty Borough, the nearby St. Anne Square and restaurants, the looming beauty of the St. Anne Veritex Institute, the St. Anne Sports Arena, but it is used for non-sports things as well, and my favorite place, the St. Anne Playhouse. That's plays as in like on stage, not play as in like playhouse. Like that's a different thing. Much to my disappointment, but you know, can't have everything.
And so we're supposed to go to the Port Bureau from here.
If you wanted to do that, you would need to get a. You would either need to travel by car, walk, or perhaps use the high-speed rail system.
Think we want to take the rail system.
To requisition a ticket, it would cost one commendation.
Very well. I will hand over my commendation.
Yeah, two.
Miss Johnson, you do need to pay for your ticket. Unless you wish to distort reality to get a free ticket.
Um. Oh, I apologize.
Ah, you have paid for it. Thank you. You now each have a nice shiny laminate card indicating where you're leaving from and where you're going to.
All right, let's go catch the train, I suppose.
Yeah.
The two of you travel for 33 minutes in a high-speed train, levitating off the rails through magnetics, with intense speed, seeing a blur of trees, mountains, and rivers, until you arrive in the Port Bureau, arriving at the Triangle High-Speed Rail Station. Whereas the Beauty Bureau is a place lush in greenery and the finest traditions of tradition and high-tech and capitalistic expression, the Port Borough is more in the style of a city of production and industry, although it does still have its various historic attachments. Here at the Triangle High Speed Rail Station, you see that unlike the wide parks and vistas, here you see that there are a variety of like freight trains and warehouses. There's people who are coming and going from the normal stuff, the normal workday. Some people who are, heading back to Sussex to see family, or maybe popping over to the International Borough to get some extra education, that sort of thing. The two of you do not attract all that attention, for you are yet more suits that dwell upon the loading station.
So now that we're here, where do we start?
Oops, there we go. I suppose we could walk around and see if we notice.
Yeah, I mean,
Perhaps we start at Uptown Center?
yeah, that makes sense. It's relatively close by.
All right. I suppose we can go over to Uptown Center and see if we observe anything anomalous.
It sounds like you're hoping that reality, Uptown Funk. Well, I mean, I say that Uptown Center is awash in a variety of funks, like various food stands, the sea breeze, the salt in the air. Although many people do like to stay indoors to some degree, it is quite an open area and business center for the various interests of the borough, as well as those doing business here as well. I believe that Johnson is attempting to affect reality in some way. So I believe, let's see if you're successful in your investigation into the Uptown Center.
So I must roll a roll, I suppose.
Yes.
There should be a... Where is the button to perform a roll?
So in the upper right of your interface, you'll see a collection. And there you'll want to show the macro quick bar.
Uh,
I have no dice and I must roll. Indeed, auditors, indeed. Did you find it?
there we are.
Oh, you have it. Good.
In bar. See if that worked. Ah.
Oh, there's a malfunction. 1 second. There should be one less chaos. I believe that I have to yell at someone in the IT department to fix this. Thankfully, you still succeeded. You just had a bit of chaos. Where chaos is generated for every die that didn't roll that number. So, wait, no, that was Transcendence, wasn't it? So it wouldn't be that one. It would have been this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, should have been one more. So I actually had it right the first time. Whatever. So you are able to discern that in the Uptown Center, everyone seems to be going to work and attending to their jobs as normal. The people who are taking home sick are, in fact, doing the normal thing that they would do in those situations. But I will point out to you that a bit of chaos goes a long way. And sometimes can affect how some people react. As you notice, some people are heading toward, they're heading away from the Uptown Center. Which is unusual, since you notice that there's a variety of things one can consume and purchase and consume and purchase here without having to go back to their homes or see family or interact with their friends. If anything, you'd think they'd go to the nature park if they wanted to get a bit peace and quiet.
All right. Strange.
You just follow a little bit.
Yeah, let's follow them.
You've been walking through the uptown businesses and housing, where perhaps some people are heading home in the middle of a workday, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it's still daylight out, it's still early morning yet. They couldn't possibly be doing that well. And is at this time, as you're following after the trio of persons through the uptown business and housing, various apartment buildings and tall, skyscrapers strong, but tall buildings of glass enclosures and such, that you are finding out that Miss Johnson's phone is ringing. Do you answer your phone or do you focus on the job at hand?
I will answer my phone.
You notice that your phone is actually not ringing you, but it is giving you an alert on your interface that allows you to know how your dear old bear is doing. And it seems Bear is pawing at an empty food bowl back at your home.
How far away do I live?
Where do you live? Do you live in the
I just-
Beauty Bureau, the Port Bureau, the International Bureau, or do you live somewhere in the Triangle?
I would assume somewhere in the Beauty Bureau.
Ah. So you're at least a 33-minute high-speed rail ride away, or a hour or and a half or so of drive time.
I need to go back quickly. I apparently forgot to feed the dog this morning.
How convenient that that happened.
The dog looks very sad and barks at their bowl.
You think these people are all heading home to their animals?
I'm
How
not
many
sure.
people have animals at homes?
I do.
I figured as much, but
I will be back as soon as I may, but I do need to feed him. Otherwise, he might eat the couch or the walls, and the landlord would not be happy about that.
I'm not sure if we should split up, and I'm also not sure if that's not maybe exactly what we're looking for. So how far do you have to go to feed your dog?
Back to the Beauty Bureau.
But we just came here. You just bought a ticket.
Oh, shoot. I don't have another accommodation. Alright, we'll have to keep following these people, but as soon as I can, I need to return.
When did you feed him last that you have to give him food immediately when he's hungry?
I should buy an automatic feeder. Actually, can I call Ellis?
You're going to give a call to Ellis Johnson, yes?
Yes. I will ask him to feed Bear.
Who is Ellis Johnson played by? You assign because certain hiring agents are through this particular interface are voiced by various members of the auditing and interface team. That is to say, the general manager and the players, I mean the hiring agents present.
I've not assigned him yet. Eula, would you like to, given that Ensley is not here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there forever, though. Just so you know.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Works for me.
So ring, 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 ring. Ellis Johnson, I believe, is a spouse to Sadie Johnson.
Yes.
Okay. Pray tell, how does this conversation go?
Hello there. Shouldn't you be at work?
I am, but the app tells me that Bear is hungry. So, are you close by our place? If you are, could you give him some food?
Close enough I can make a detour.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. No problem.
And I'll bring home food on the way home so that you don't have to cook tonight.
You are the best. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Well, Miss Johnson, how successful was that?
Barry?
I don't know. Perhaps chaos is involved. Maybe you didn't succeed at all. Because remember, we always presume failure unless reality is affected. Maybe he's too far.
Can I affect reality on this?
Indeed. You want the reality that he is close enough. Hey. 4. So that's only 2. Chaos generated. And indeed, you have successfully looked after that cute little German pointer dog with the aid of Ellis Johnson.
Excellent. All right. And all right, I suppose now we need to continue following these people and see what they're up to.
Yeah. I guess most likely going home. Meaning going for transport or something. So I suppose we have to choose one.
All right.
Following after them, you notice that the various people have seemed to have gathered within the Uptown Cruise Terminal, and you notice that there is currently no cruise ship in dock at the moment, and it is out of season after all, and various people seem to be going around and searching for something. And then, in the middle of their search, they all seem to catch quite a chill and start heading indoors to various coffee shops and stores. which are all out of season, so it's not the greatest time to be, because the Uptown Cruise Terminal is more meant for, when cruise ships are actually here and there's actual tourists unloading themselves here. And you notice...
Do these people seem stressed?
They seem cold and worried. Cold breeze pushes off the ocean. Snow falls ever so gentle. Sticking to your clothes, to your hair.
Let's maybe go inside too.
Yeah.
It would seem that the door to the coffee shop that you're trying to enter is locked.
Uh, do I have a spare key on me?
A spare key?
Yes.
I don't know. Do you? Let's see how successful you are in having that reality be true. Well, you do in fact have a spare key.
Okay. I. In that case, we'll use my You Might Also Like ability and convert this key into the key to the coffee shop.
Aha. Roll for me. Let's see how successful you are in using your anomaly.
I am successful.
Ah, 10 chaos. A very interesting point in any investigation. I'm sure nothing bad will happen at this point, and it won't get any worse from here. But don't worry, you did in fact make the key that you required.
Okay, I guess we will enter the coffee shop then.
Yeah.
You enter the coffee shop and find various people huddled inside. And you hear people say, close the door, it's cold out.
Yeah. I wouldn't have left the door open. It's kind of rude.
And everyone looks pretty relieved that that you've closed the door. Everyone rubs their shoulders and their elbows and seems nice and bundled up, although they look like they're more bundled for spring than they are for winter. Hello there, says the person attending to the coffee shop, calling out from the counter.
Hello.
Hi, do you two want something to drink?
Sure, it's cold outside.
Good. Who wants their order first?
Go ahead.
I will motion for... I suppose, what do you have here?
We have a variety of drinks. We have triple soy law milk, duo soy milk, almond milk, coffee black, coffee blue, coffee red, red eye, and piping steaming hot coffee with an extra secure lid, as well as hazelnut coffee.
We may as well try the hazelnut, I suppose.
Yeah, make that 2.
2 coffees, okay. Who will be paying?
That would be me, I think.
Oh, you. Gonna pay with your card, are you?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, this is currently, the hazelnut flavor is in high demand right now, so it will cost a significant amount of money. I will need to use your credit card, and this may affect your debt. I hope that's okay.
Oh. Can you cover this one this time, maybe? Ask my colleague. My God.
What could I pay with? Do I have cash on hand here?
I don't know. Do you? Let's see how successful you are to have the sufficient cash for this rather exorbitant hazelnut coffee. Even we wouldn't charge that much for it. Although maybe we should. I mean, if people are willing to pay it.
Did that roll properly?
It did. You rolled no
Yeah.
successes, so the only way to succeed, you're either going to fail, which failure is sometimes an option, even for trainees who should be perfectly competent at doing a job like paying for coffee. The good thing is we do teach you some quality assurance. So with any quality assurances you have, you may be able to assure at least one 3 was rolled to ensure success.
Sure.
Which quality assurance do you believe will make sure that you have enough money on hand to pay for these exorbitant hazelnut coffees?
One moment.
Certainly.
Let's say persistence as I continue to dig through all my pockets and eventually find one.
Certainly. So you have, of your 3 quality assurance, one of them has been spent.
Yes.
So just be aware of that. And indeed, you do have at least 1 3, therefore you succeed. However, I will demerit you because you've been drinking a lot of coffee lately, and that does seem a bit repetitive of an R&D member.
Fair.
But don't worry, you bought some hazelnut coffee from an approved vendor. So have accommodation. And Robin can have accommodation. You are served each a nice, steaming, hazelnutty smelling coffee. You see the steam pluming from it like the fires of Isengard.
Hot eats really get you going. Sorry.
Have accommodation for knowing a rather popular jingle that should be sung by all companies when it comes to drinks. Makes sense Robin doesn't know it. They are the competition after all.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, so.
I'm referencing a very old training video for a fast food joint in North America that went briefly viral for how over the top and corny it was. Like 15 years ago. So.
Yeah, no.
What do you do with your coffees?
Drink them?
Well, I'd maybe sit down and drink and basically just watch outside and a little bit like pay attention to the people around. Just kind of trying to gauge the situation that's going on.
Maybe you should try to eavesdrop a bit on or speak with people. I don't know. I'm not very social.
Well, I will just. You're right, I'll just. Basically, not like on their table or whatever, but close by, just sit and. Say. So is it always that cold around here that time of year?
Let's see how successful you are to pry some information from your fellow patrons. Hey, you are. One of them tells you that it can be pretty cold this time of year, but it's been especially cold and dangerous this time of year. I mean, with winter being the way it is, it's hard to think of whether or not it's going to be easy to deal with this sort of thing anymore. But things will get better with time.
So why is it dangerous?
Well, it's so cold out.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was just scared that there might be snowstorms or something.
And funny you should point that out. It does look like it's snowstorming out. Utter flurry of snow blowing across the window. More and more people coming inside, wondering where that snow squall came from. Meanwhile, the proprietor offers everyone drinks of various kinds. Piping hot and warm. Would everyone like a refill? How much? Says some of them. Don't worry. Free refills for everyone who paid. Oh, hey, yeah. And then people start coming over and start getting their coffees refilled. Have a big old lineup to get this all filled up. As it seems that the proprietor makes a thumbs up gesture and tilts it over, and coffee pours out of their thumb into their coffee cups.
Yep, that tracks.
Wow, how are you able to do that? You're being able to pour for your thumb? Wow! Is that a magic trick? As I feel, some loose ends are being generated.
Yeah.
As this group of people has witnessed the anomalous. Sadie Johnson just so happened to duck away into a bathroom just at that particular moment.
Great. Can you make that a bio break?
So whatever will you do, Miss Clark?
Oh, I asked if we could make it a bio break.
We certainly can. We'll do a quick break and we'll be back after this particular short break. Be back soon, folks. I have returned. They are having an interesting time, aren't they? They are facing off with rather strange issues and trying to figure out exactly what they are looking for. And hopefully, they'll be able to deal with this anomaly before it gets too bad. And this is even the main anomaly. I have returned. Break time over.
Very good.
So, Miss Clark, what do you may want to refresh what Miss Johnson missed during the bio break that was allowed.
So, the barista asked if someone wants a refill and started refilling cups from their thumb. So, and there's a bunch of people seeing that right now.
So the question becomes, what did the two of you do about this problem?
I mean, we can't drink all the coffee.
And what was that? I didn't quite hear you.
Oh, we can't really drink all the coffee. So,
Have people revealed to you what it is that they are worried about?
The two of you stare at each other at your coffee table. As people cheer at their free coffee being poured by a thumb.
Like what?
it's by a thumb. It's out of her thumb. That was what I was trying to tell you.
Oh. I was, for some reason, not parsing that part. I was assuming that I was just mishearing.
Oh,
All right. Well, that is certainly anomalous.
and very
Wonder if that
problematic.
could be the anomaly we're looking for.
I mean, kind of doubt it, but it's still one that we need to take care of it, I suppose.
Here, have a free cup. You can have a free cup too. Would you two like a refill?
No,
Sure.
thank you. In my case.
Are you sure? It'll make you feel safe. And nice and warm from the snow outside.
I'm sure, thank you. I feel quite warm and safe as it is just from the first uh, cup I had.
Do you want a free cup?
No, thank you.
Okay. Then go back behind their counter. As various people marvel at their coffee cups, and some people walk away with free cups. Some ceramic, some paper. All their worries forgotten in this bit of magic in front of them. As
Can I tell where these cups might be coming from?
behind the counter, it would seem. All by the proprietor.
This seems like correct me if I'm wrong, but this might seem like what's the word? Seems like a catalog anomaly to me.
How would you deal with that?
The winter continues to blow outside. The two of you watch as these people are exposed to the bending of reality. The snow does not abate. And the proprietor continues to sit behind their counter as more and more people start coming in. Begins to even start getting crowded.
Well, we perhaps should see about if we can shoo people away. We maybe don't want them to be exposed to bending reality here.
You have a key. Lock the door. I mean, it's kind of too late now anyway.
Alright, I'll try locking the door and see if that helps stop the flow of people coming in.
Well, you do have the key, and it does lock, so yeah, you lock the door. There's some people who are like outside who want to come in. Hey, why'd you lock the door? Says the proprietor as they start making way through the crowd. Don't you want people to be safe?
What would they be safe from?
From the cold. Give me that key. And they reach out to grab the key from you.
I will keep it away from them.
Do you succeed? Let's find out.
Oh dear.
You do!
Well,
and you're able to keep it well out of their hands. Hey. What are you doing? Give that back. Unlock this door right now. Otherwise, I'll make a spare door.
Why would you want to make a spare door?
Because people outside are cold. And you're making them cold. Because you're mean. Maybe. You're dangerous. And it is on the declaration that you are dangerous that you notice that the rest of the room turns to look at you. Dangerous? She's dangerous? Is she dangerous? Dangerous? Is she dangerous? Hey, why are you locking us in here? Hey, hey, hey. As people start coming over to you, trying to reach after you.
You guys want to go out into the snow again?
Let those people in. Yeah, let them in. Let them in. Let them in.
You were complaining earlier that they left the door open. And we came in. Remember? They will let the cold in.
Are you trying to convince them to leave poor Miss Johnson alone?
Yes.
Oh. I think we have to see if you succeed or not. Hey, you did. Hooray. As people start backing off and go, yeah, actually, you know what? It is cold out. Yeah, no, it is pretty dangerous out. I mean, she's dangerous, but, open the door. That's dangerous, too. Yeah, we shouldn't go outside. Yeah, we shouldn't go outside. Let's not open the door. Let us in. Let us in. It's cold. The proprietor looks between the two of you.
You're safe now.
You really need to give me that key. He gives you a thumbs up, points it at you. 9, 10. As 10 chaos is unleashed, and a stream of scalding coffee goes flying through the air like a little water jet from their thumb, looking to brutally scald and harm Sadie Johnson.
Could I try to dodge that?
You certainly could. Let's see how successful you are in dodging away from the stream of hot coffee.
Very well. Hey, 2 successes.
You dodge out of the way. As you notice, the coffee hits the table and burrs a hole through it. Ah! Oh, what happened? And various onlookers, continuing to be loose ends, are starting to press back into the room and try to look very, very scared.
Nothing more than a kettle malfunction. Everything is totally normal.
You can try to sell that. So let's see how successful you are in convincing these people. Well,
Hey!
very much are. As people, okay, we'll kind of hang back here, I guess. The barista kind of looks at you. So you want them to be safe, yet you won't let people outside from the cold. Why?
Because there's no cups anymore.
There's plenty of cups. And he reaches into a pocket and puts a cup onto the counter. right next to the big hole he burred into the table.
Do I see anything that might show where the or like what all is in this coffee shop?
There's some tables, some chairs, some windows. There's the counter, the coffee maker, the espresso maker, various cups. There's like a room to a kitchenette in the further back. A fire door, lights, ceiling, floor, people. There's snow outside, people banging on the window trying to get inside.
Do I by chance recognize the uh
Recognize the...
so I'm trying to see what seems like it may be the source of the anomaly here. Like, is it the espresso machine?
I see what you're saying. Well, let's see how successful you are in observing what here is possibly causing this.
Can I make an attentiveness quality assurance on that?
You certainly could.
I will do so. So I think it's important we figure out what is causing this.
You spy what appears to be, from the kitchen, peering its little eye around the corner, some sort of stuffed animal with a brown eye and big floppy ears. And you hear like doggy noises whining at the terrible scene that's going on. The fear. And the thing is like maybe a good like 5 feet off the ground. Kind of clinging to the side of the door frame.
Okay.
The windows transform themselves from glass to heavy blankets, allowing for people to start crawling inside around the door that was locked to get out from the cold.
Well,
I will.
let's get the
Sorry,
coffee
what?
back running. Let's get the
Yeah.
coffee back running so everyone can get kind
Yes.
of comfortable and safe.
Yes. Let's do that.
Well, Clark, it sounds... Let's see how successful you are in doing, well, what you were trained to do. Success indeed. as you begin handing out coffees to everybody. And find out, and you learn very quickly that there is only one coffee in this place. It seems to be the hazelnut coffee. Everything else just seems to be of some variety of milk or empty cups. But, you make do. And point of fact, have a commendation. Because you made people feel welcome.
This thing seems to be very focused on safety, particularly safety from cold. What if I'm gonna unlock the door and see if I can set up like little cozy areas in the cafe?
Well, you have unlocked the door before, Johnson, so have a demerit. But you may see if you're successful in creating a nice cozy area for people to, try to make the place a little more welcoming and warm for people to be in. You do exactly that. What does it look like as you set this up? You're the R&D specialist.
I'll be using the blankets in the windows to create like cozy nooks on couches if they have them, and just make it comfortable and warm.
Hey, people start getting more cozy and relaxed and wrap themselves up in the blankets that they have around them. The proprietor actually starts going back behind their counter after getting people moved around a bit. It's very crowded in here. But they do allow for you to approach the counter now because, they are giving suggestions as to how you could put blankets on people to make them feel warmer. And they point out where all the drinks are to you, Miss Clark, although by this point you've already figured that out. And you get the feeling this person doesn't know the first thing about being a barista.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it seem like they are the one doing it, but I'm doing it,
Mm.
No, I'm doing it, but I'm not pointing it out. But I would ask people for their names. Or give them strange nicknames. And write them on the paper cups that are there.
What about the ceramic cups?
I don't write on the ceramic.
Oh, okay.
I can write on a napkin and put it next to it, so everyone has their own little name thingy.
That makes sense. One, two,
Just so
three,
you know,
4.
I'll make sure I have a 100% miss rate on the names.
I was wondering about that. Baristas are famous
Yeah.
for getting that wrong.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable that my colleague doesn't react when I call her Sophie. That's her name, right?
No.
Damn.
You notice in the chaos of everything, you find the two of yourselves encircled by various people enjoying their coffees, talking among themselves. wrapped up in their blankets. And everyone seems to be made of blankets. All cozied up with steaming hot cups of coffee. And there, at knee height, a tiny plushy dog stands there looking up at you. Big brown eyes, floppy ears. And he barks at you.
Hello.
He waves. Hello, says the little stuffy.
Hi.
Hello. Thanks for helping.
Yes. Glad to. Would you like to come with us, and that way you can help keep more people cozy and safe?
Oh, well, who are you? I don't know your faces. You don't seem to have faces. It almost looks like you have letters instead of faces. It's weird.
We're from a group called Triangle Agency. Our job is to help folks like you.
Oh. Well, I mean, but these people are scared and cold. They've been scared for a while. I mean, I just want them, to warm
But,
up.
you know, the snow's passing
Yeah, and
through.
they're nice and warm now.
Oh. So do I just like hold hands or something? Do I ride on your heads? Like, what do I do?
If you get into the briefcase, we can take you back with us. And I will open up the briefcase for him.
Looks at the briefcase, sniffs at it, as much as a stuffed animal can sniff at anything.
You want a little blanket for the ride?
Yeah, sure.
Get one of the blankets and help them get cozy.
You may roll to see if you're successful in containing the anomaly. With a bit of coaxing and a bit of cajoling and an offer of a blanket, the little stuffed animal will walk into the suitcase, wrap itself in a blanket. You close the briefcase.
Yeah.
The barista vanishes, and the storm fades. As various people are enjoying their coffees and telling their fun story about they're wondering where that barista went that serves them all those free coffees or expensive coffees. And then some people are like, I really need to get to work. I've been on break for like 30 minutes. And people start leaving. Taking their coffees with them, of course.
It's going to cause so many problems.
So what did the two of you do as you have your briefcase full of an anomaly?
We should head back, I suppose. Well, we should convince people to head head off to their work and everything. That everything
I
is,
mean, they already cleared out, so
yeah.
I think it's gonna cause a lot of problems because that's a
Yeah.
lot of people.
That's why I was trying to convince them everything was normal. Everything is totally normal. Just a malfunctioning kettle.
I mean, a malfunctioning kettle doesn't pour liquid out of your thumb.
Yes, but it was a trick of the light.
But we didn't tell them that. Well, let's hope that they think that they just got a little bit insane.
Yeah.
You know what?
Happens to be bad.
Perhaps the Triangle Agency can make arrangements for that. I mean, remember, you're not working alone. We're out here helping maintain reality and stabilize it as much as possible. So, let's see. Did we succeed?
Let us hope we did.
Someone has to throw those little pyramids. Can't be me. I'm general management. Management doesn't roll dice. Well, general managers don't.
Do it. I can do it. I can take the fall if we don't.
Hey!
We're alright.
It would seem that various people will get little pamphlets explaining that they need to seek out some mental health services on behalf of the Triangle Agency and its various subsidiaries. And they hope they enjoyed the new light fixtures that are put in the Uptown Cruise Terminal and the various coffee shops. So, it's probably fine. There's probably no loose ends anymore. Right? Yeah, you're pretty sure. The agency is very effective at its job at containing information and maintaining and stabilizing reality for the good of everyone. The coffee shop is empty. The snow has gone away. The blankets flutter. The glass shakes from the blowing wind. As you see, this is a coffee shop that was a coffee shop, but has not been a coffee shop for some time. Closed in the comings and goings of the economy, because some people just don't realize when it's time to change.
Hey, you want to go home to your dog?
Well, we probably should drop this off at the agency first.
Yeah, I figured, but
But yes,
it's kind of on the way.
yeah. I'd like to feed my dog.
So I presume the two of you are taking the high-speed rail to get back home rather than trying to drive or...
I would
walk.
have to drive because I do not have enough of a combinations to pay for my ticket. I don't believe I do anyway. Let me double check. Oh wait, never mind. I do. I will pay a commendation to pay for my ticket.
Remember, you would be taking the train again.
Oh, never mind. I'll drive.
Just thoughts, you're new to R&D, and I am supposed to demerit you, but at the same time, I can remind you of that particular danger from time to time. That's not malfeasance on my part. I don't think, anyway. And if it is, well, I'll take the demerit. So, that means you need to requisition some way to get home. Alright. You're the one with the suitcase full of the anomaly. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. Everything is absolutely normal.
So, for a accommodation, you can have a car service guest pass set up for you.
Sure. I will spend accommodation for that.
So you're going to drive back to the beauty bureau?
Yep. And I will offer what's her name? Robin ride.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
What? The two of you, after an hour or so of driving, hour and 30 to be exact, you arrive driving into the beauty bureau through the southern forest.
All right. I will stop by my place and go check on Puppy.
Where is your place in the beauty bureau?
Uh,
What's your address?
One moment. It would be in the city center area. I rent a apartment.
City center. Oh, like in the where the wartime houses are.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's note. City house. Apartment. Okay, drive over there, check on your dog.
Yep.
Dog is nice and fed, and as you learn, Ellis Johnson was able to attend to them, and the doggy seems very, very happy to have gotten fed. Although you do kind of learn that doggy decided to eat all their food really, really quickly, and then pretended they had no food. So they actually overate a little bit, but that's okay once in a while. Doggy's starting to learn how the cameras work, it seems.
I'll promise Dougie a run tonight. And then head back to the office.
Do the two of you store away the anomaly?
Yeah.
In that case, congratulations. You have solved your first anomaly retrieval mission, which took part as a morning meeting, an investigation, and then an encounter with an anomaly in its domain.
you're so sweet.
And don't worry, it will not endanger anyone ever again. Good job. So, do. Under handouts, you will see a mission report. I'll help you with it. Since it's your first one.
There it is. I see it now.
Yeah. So the first thing you want to determine is what is the status of the anomaly at the end of your mission.
Captured.
So be sure to list that in. Both of you should be able to adjust the mission report. Though, keep in mind, only one of you can
One of
edit
us
it at
should
the same
do
time.
it.
Yeah.
What
So
is it?
if you want to, you can edit the mission report and
Yeah,
fill in, and I do the next one.
sure. Its behavior was to try to keep everyone warm and safe.
Behavior you want to know: its likes, dislikes, its abilities, anything else useful to its continued study in the vault. Because we do have to see how this thing worked, and so we can make sure in the future it doesn't happen again. Or possibly train agents in the anomaly, that sort of thing.
I mean, it likes safe and cozy,
Yeah.
and it is apparently able to cause to cause the environment to change into something it can protect from. It can give comfort from. It's very scared of conflict.
Um,
For those auditing this, as we're doing this, this will update once they actually, like if they hit edit, they actually have to save changes for it to actually appear up. But they're live editing it, so just be aware of that. But don't worry, the thing we care about is the thing that actually gets put in at the end. See?
okay. Alias?
That's the code name for the anomaly, usually decided by you. I mean, I might have a name for it, and if I do, I'll tell you in advance, but it may have a name for itself, or you may have a name to refer to it as. That way we know, when we look it up in the records later, we know what anomaly we're talking about here.
Cuddly poo.
Cuddly Pooch, you said?
Cuddly poo.
Okay.
The spelling is whatever you like.
Sure. What's its focus?
That is the idea or emotion it seeks to replicate in targets.
Safety.
Yeah. And coziness, I think. Domain?
Its place of power, usually the site of its incursion into reality.
No. Coffee shop. Old coffee shop. Loose ends, I think. Eula, correct me if I'm wrong, or Robin, I think you correctly. I think you dealt with the loose ends.
I mean, I wouldn't know how to put them in there because I don't remember their names at all because I misspelled every single one of them.
Loose ends can be referred to as singular persons, but they could also be groups of people. For example, the group of people that were in that facility may have been considered one giant loose end, or perhaps two
Yeah.
groups of loose ends.
Yeah.
But if they have been corrected in in accepting reality and dismissing the observation of the anomaly that they saw, then they are no longer loose ends. Loose ends are defined by the fact that they observed an anomaly and are aware that they observed an anomaly and accept that it's an anomalous.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
and
maybe should also, in the behavior, put at least a disclaimer that under stress it becomes dangerous. Because
yeah,
pouring coffee that can burn through a table on people, ow.
Ba-doop, ba-doop. All right.
all right. I think we did manage to convince all of the people that they just saw an ordinary kettle malfunction.
Yep.
So
Was one
should
of
be
these
no loose
things
ends.
where you have like, look, I'm taking my thumb off, and you make this stupid magic trick. It looks like you do it, but it actually isn't that. Something like that.
So yeah, it'd be safe to say you left no loose ends, and if you do, you would note it because loose ends, if you do leave them behind, in later missions, you may come back around to deal with them, or you might try to deal with them during your time off between missions, like during your normal workday.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I missing? I'm missing something. 1 second. I got it. It's mission report. We know the anomaly status. You figured out you did the anomaly analysis, loose ends. Do you recall what your optional objectives were and who achieved them?
One of them was to try the hazelnut coffee from an approved vendor, which we did. Both of us.
Yeah.
So I would note that in your optional objectives.
That's honestly all I remember.
Because you have the
Likewise.
objective, what the reward was, which would have been one commendation. Because some rewards are different. Some may be 1, 2, 3. It depends how much I'm trying to encourage you to perform the act.
Imagine we would have needed to drink all the coffee to please the. That would have been so cursed.
I'll have to keep that in mind. I mean, stimulants can really make you more productive.
I know.
I suppose you would know, yes.
That's my second specialty is hiding things in coffee.
And you recall what the second objective was?
Sadly not. It slipped my mind.
Well, just this time, I'll remind you that it was to stay out of the beautiful river. Because I didn't want you to get the reward.
Right.
And the reward...
Oh, I thought that was a general rule.
Oh, no, it was an optional for this one because I wanted to make sure you didn't fall into the water. And I was pretty sure you weren't going to anyway, so it's kind of a freebie. Also, I wanted you to reinforce the fact that I want you to look tidy and appropriate. So the reward for that would have been a demerit if you fell into the water. No agent did that, so hooray. No demerits are rewarded.
I mean, what we're getting is being dry. That's already a plus.
Exactly. And you look professional and put together.
Yeah.
And it's good to remember what your optional objectives are because if the paperwork is not... if I sign my paperwork on my side and then you submit yours and yours is inaccurate, it is presumed that you were not paying sufficient enough attention and may be falsely reporting your actions, which can result in automatic demerits. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, even if you did everything you were supposed to do, I do have to mark it as a demerit because I have to presume, without the appropriate paperwork, that something untoward happened. I know that didn't because I was keeping a really close eye, and if you came into the office dripping wet, I would have noticed. I kind of wanted to pick objectives that I could prove with ease, and you didn't need to... and if you lied to me, I would know. I mean, hazelnut coffee. I mean, it happens a lot in your report, and I'm not sure how they got our coffee. That is kind of worrying, but hey, more people tried our coffee, so thanks, I guess. So the most valuable player, superlative. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. Those things you don't fill out right away. So what you would do is that at this point, if you were sure that you had got your anomaly status in, your anomaly analysis in, you knew which loose ends were there, you knew what your ops objectives were, you would tell me, General Manager, I'm submitting my mission report.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I would take over the rest of the report. So,
Yes.
Are you satisfied with this mission report?
Yes.
Good. I will note as well that, as a side, there is anomaly status other, because sometimes things don't, even mission reports can get a little anomalous. So, I will note that, first off, your grade, given that you got the anomaly status right, as in you captured it, I think you're always supposed to do that, so that's always a good thing. You gave it an alias, that's easy to remember and easy to say. You cataloged its behavior and gave a full description. It wasn't too short, but not overly long either. It's not a paragraph, because you're an R&D, but you're not an R&D. You're a field agent, not a... Yeah. Leave the dissertations to the people who write those things. You figured out its likes and dislikes, its focuses, what its domain was, so we know where to look. Maybe it'll pop up again. I do agree with you. You didn't have any loose ends. You did make sure that reality stayed in place, and you remembered all the optional objectives, even though I kind of prompted you. So I will call this your grade. Let's make sure I have the right grade scale here. I think I got everything right. Oh, there we go. No, we're not at that point yet. Not at that point. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I'm in the wrong part. Where is it? There we go. Yes. So I will say this is a nice grade A assignment. I did have to guide you along. You could have gotten a AA or AAA, but if you managed to get AA or AAA on your first mission, that would have been suspicious. I would have been wondering how you knew so much. But hey, you did everything you were supposed to, and followed your training. And didn't use your anomalies without a good reason. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Robin didn't use any of her anomalies during this mission. So good on you.
I didn't.
Your
Because I didn't get hit with coffee.
superpower was indeed coffee. So because you captured the anomaly, you each get 3 commendations.
That's all.
I would say that the report was exemplary. It was thorough with no mistakes. So, another 6 commendations. If you just completed it and you were just kind of correct, like correct enough, then you would have gotten like 3 commendations. Thoroughness is rewarded, but hey, if you only remember so much, like if you missed an optional objective, as much as I tried to scare you a little bit, I might demerit you, but then give you commendations anyway. You follow? If it's incomplete or inaccurate, that's when you get no commendations or demerits. So if you leave off like big screaming things, I can't give you commendation for that. Though I don't give demerits either in that case. I suppose I wouldn't give demerits even if you left the optional out, actually. Oh, that's how Triangle Agency does it. Okay, it's different than the way I used to do it. That's okay. Good for you, actually. That means you wouldn't get in trouble anyway. So, hurrah! We're learning together. I awarded the optional objectives a little early. I'm only supposed to award them now, but that's okay. I'll just remember that next time. And of course, your final defense. Given all the commendations and demerits handed out, is there any commendations as per your competency that you think I missed, or any demerits that I gave out that you think you shouldn't have gotten. It's okay to play your case. I am your general manager, and management listens to its employees.
I think I was able to discover what the anomaly truly needed to be satisfied.
Yeah, I'd say so. You can have an accommodation for that. I agree with you. What about you, Robin? Is there any demerits you think you weren't supposed to get, or any accommodations you think you were supposed to get?
Honestly, I'm not sure what get some blood flowing, but it just means, you know.
That'd be something like really spicy food. Get some running in. Give someone a scare. So anything that gets the heart pumping.
Okay.
That's why people drink caffeine in excess. Sometimes they get their blood flowing. Though other ways to get blood flowing.
I didn't try to get them all high on caffeine more than needed. We didn't want to overdose that.
Yeah.
Be comfortable and cozy. So no blood flowing. So no, there's nothing.
Okay. Good. All right. So the next thing is the superlatives. That's something I'm supposed to do for mission. So, your mission, your fitness for promotions isn't just determined by the work you do. It's also how well you work with others. Teamwork. Now you can only get one superlative at a time. So the first thing I have to look into, first off, is probation. Now, the agent who accumulated the most demerits at the conclusion of the mission. Oh, so that doesn't happen. So okay, I take that back. I'm sorry. So superlatives are things that I give by your second mission. Your first mission, you haven't done enough yet for me to really determine if someone should be on probation, if they're the MVP, if they're just a participant. You're too new. You only just started. This is kind of your intake, and this is already kind of your probationary period, your trainee period, if you will. But I will, since you did such a good job, I'll point out that you can, whoever has the most demerits, by the end of the next mission, will be put on probation. You don't want that. I'll say that much. I can't say more than that. Triangle agency policy kind of encourages me not to... I don't want to put too much fear into you. I want you to be aware of it, but not... You're not general management. You don't need to worry about the particulars. Just know probation's not good. Second thing is mission MVP. That's the person who got the most accommodations since the conclusion of the previous mission. That's good. And you actually get a little reward for it, and you'll get better at your job. Because we'll help you with like a special program to help you be better. Anyone else who is not who gets probation or becomes mission MVP is listed simply given a ribbon of participation. There's no real paperwork to that. It's just the ribbon is the paperwork. It's if someone asks you, did you go on mission 01 to deal with Cuddly Poo? You're like, yes, I have the little ribbon. I went. That sort of thing. Actually, yeah. Well, this will be in your field manual anyway, so that's okay. So one thing you can do, if you haven't already, in the field manual that you were provided, there was a part where it said to wait. And they recommended you don't proceed beyond that point until after your first mission. I would advise you to, for next mission, to read through it a bit. Because some of the stuff I'm talking about is already in there. So that has all the requisitions and what different things you can get and stuff like that. Those are things I was just kind of trying to tell you about before next time, your next mission. As for... and the last thing we'll look into is your work-life balance. So, because you finally completed a mission, you now have, your work done. Your main work as a field agent's done. Now you need to help with you need to look after your life. So you are given, between each mission, one unit of time to work on something. You can work on your competency, which can increase your quality assurances by one. And you also get commendations because you're getting better at your job. You could work on your connections, and you can spend that time looking out with one of your friends or connections. And that can be good. Some people find it's nice to spend time away from the office. I don't know why they do that. I live here. But, it's people find that reassuring. And you can also spend some time working on your anomaly to get used to it and practice with it. I don't necessarily suggest that, but it is a thing you can do, and some residents do that, so they can learn how their power works and how to control it better. But I advise you to be careful, because whenever you spend time on things, the thing is, working here at the Triangle Agency, you only have so much time with us. And you can only get so good at certain things. So if you were to, say, spend some time on your competency, you would be able to, at maximum, spend less time in dealing with your reality or perfecting your anomaly. Likewise, that's why I kind of worry about people working on their anomaly. Working on an anomaly a little bit's not terrible. Working on it a lot means that you lose. It's harder for you to break connections. It's harder for you to get competent. Now, the good thing is, you don't have to rush right now. I'm just pointing them out to you, because these are things that we'll actually have. We can either have in the agency OS through the Discord interface, and work it out through the branch office St. Anne service to log it for the record. But also it could be handled during the morning meeting, as I kind of want to review how your week went, and I may ask how you were doing. And besides, we're going to need to learn what happened to how Mr. Pickles went for his thing. So yeah, is there any questions before I let you get on with your rather cozy days?
I think I'm clear.
I think we're good.
Okay. Well, that, dear auditors out there, will be the end of the current logs. They may go into more detail. We may have you audit their competency, reality, or anomaly practice. Or it may happen in the approved channel. Whether that's audited or not, we'll find out together, because timing is a thing, so we'll find out. And hey, congratulations on capturing a perfectly good anomaly and bringing productivity back to the St. Anne Metroplex. So, on behalf of the Triangle Agency and the St. Anne Metroplex subsidiary, municipal subsidiary group, I congratulate Sadie Johnson and Robin Clark, and in his absence, in his solo way, Mr. Pickles. I look forward to working all with you again. And now that we're out of game, I've been AD Springer, also known as Carpinian. That is the end of the episode, and I think that was kind of interesting. I didn't know how this was going to play out. This is the first session any of us have played, I think. So, I will wonder how you will fix the next problem going forward. For all of you watching out there, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you all again next time. Bye. Also a shorter episode too. I didn't know how long the investigation was going to go.
That was a very confusing session.
Well, yeah, especially since I had to be like very particular about what I said and how I describe things, because it's coming from a very different place, right? So it's like, I'll try to describe what I can, but I think you two did all right. There were moments there where you kind of had a bit of, well, how do we? Because you can do a lot with the reality roll. Like it is very powerful. It's just a matter of if you whiff it, you whiff it, and it's kind of hard to recover from it.